Hey all, Kurt Sasso here from TGT Media, of course, with Adam MacDonald from Backcountry. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. It's exciting. It's a fun day.
Well, we got Jerry behind you here. You know, we're
I
trying.
don't know why they call them Jerry.
I don't
That's
know.
a female.
Oh,
That's why. Look at her.
well, yeah.
She's a little pissed off. We had many nights together up in my hotel room.
Yes.
That's not word of a lie. While we were shooting, I had the bear head in my hotel room, and I had my do not disturb sign for a long time because I didn't want them to take it or call somebody. And one of the maids came in, and she didn't realize she was cleaning the washroom, and she told me the story after. She walked out, and she was like, "Jesus!" Like she was freaked her out because I was just sitting on the couch, like looking at her. So even a frozen one scares people. So there's hope.
Speaking of hope, you know, Jeff and Missy mentioned that it's a thriller film. You know, they were scared. They brought them to places they've never been as actors. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a true testament to solid writing and yourself as a director. You know, why did you want to do a film that was, you know, thriller-esque and with bears?
I'm even as a kid, I'm a huge fan of thrillers and horrors. Huge fan, and sometimes more like thrillers. I just remember even watching The Vanishing with Kiefer Sutherland, and I was just like, it puts me in a mood. I don't know what it is. I just really enjoy that element. There's something really to define the thriller horror thing. Is a horror is almost like they deal with the supernatural and the gruesomeness and all this stuff, maybe, or demonic possession. Where thrillers, it almost seems like, even though to me Silence of the Lambs could be classified as a horror film, it's also a thriller because you're dealing with human elements, or open water dealing with wildlife and nature. So I decided to, if I was going to make a film, I made 3 short films, one all in the horror thriller genre. If I was going to make the first one, I wanted to make it to give me that feeling, or just dealing with things that are from the reality. So that gives it the thriller umbrella. So far we're achieving it, but we'll see how it cuts together.
Well, you know, when it comes to being a director, you know, we're students of film, as we always are. We're watching films. We're planning on making films in the future. Yeah. You know, what challenges do you have as a director, not necessarily as a writer per se, but as a director? You know, what challenges do you personally have to face with this type of film?
Well, pacing myself was hard, and also, even though I knew what I wanted, I broke the axis and stuff sometimes, and knowing what that was to do a scene with like 15 elements in it that needed to be done, and the time to do it is so restrictive. So I draw from directors I admire. Like, I'm a big fan of Rob Zombie's films. I'm a huge fan of Derek San Francis films. Huge fan of Nicholas Winding Refn's films, or Rafe's films. So I just think of them and what they had to go through. They're indie films and stuff like that, and I could do it as well. But the challenge, of course, is, you know, Bruce McDonald was my mentor in my first short film, and he told me great advice. He's like, even if you don't know the answer, give an answer. And that's kind of true, because you don't want to be a director on set and like, well, what do you think about this, or what color is that, or where should we put this? And if you just like, you know, I don't know, you don't want to work with someone like that. You have to have a vision. So, and people get on board or they don't get on board. But if it's a good vision and you have faith in it and you're passionate about it, people will see it that way. So that's the biggest challenge, was trusting that. That was the biggest challenge. But after day 3, it fell in, and it was fine.
Sorry. Then, with the actors that you have on set here, why did you choose Jeff, Missy, and Eric Malfoy?
Eric Malfoy was great. Jeff, I wrote it for him. He's my cousin. I wanted to work with him again. I did 3 short films with him, and 2 short films with him. And Missy, when we got the money, the financing, I watched, because I'm in a series called Rookie Blue with her, and I watched the scene she did where Sam breaks up with her in one of the scenes outside in the rain, and I remember just being like, that's Jen. She's Jen, and it was like, I have to find a way to make this work. So when she said yes, and I was nervous, like, because like I talked to her, like, you know, we went out and talked one night, and I asked her, like, don't you get offers all the time? She's like, yeah, for like stupid horror movies, and, you know, they want to see me naked and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh fuck. So when I called and talked to her, and like the way I always saw the film, because Derek San Francis is such a big influence on me, is that it's Blue Valentine was a huge influence on this movie, and Open Water was as well, and you know, and some stylistic stuff as well from Rob Zombie, but it's the character element. that she was attracted to when she read it. So thank God that she read it, she wanted to be part of it. But then because she also has this really, really rare quality, and I was telling her this on the phone, where it's really hard to be vulnerable and strong at the same time. It's really difficult to do. You can't really train to do that as an actor. It's either there or it's not. And she has that ability. And to capture that, and she can go really strong if she wanted to be really more vulnerable, if she wanted to have both at the same time. I mean, come on. Like, what she's been doing is insane. Like, trust me. Crazy good. Crazy.
Do you consider yourself successful?
That's interesting. Compared to what? I don't know. To me, success is enjoying yourself every day. Like, really happy. Like, enjoying what you're doing. That's, to me, success. I don't care how many cars you have or penthouse or the girl you want or the guy you want, whatever it is. That's not success to me. To me is if you're doing what you want to do and you wake up every day and you want to get up and do it. And you're happy. You're involved. You're experiencing things every day. That's successful. It's when it's stagnant and you're dying, you're not doing anything, it's like still water, it becomes wretched, and that's not successful. So when I see someone doing what they want to do, it could be they always wanted to work at an airport. That's all they dreamt about, working on planes. And you may look at them like, oh, they're doing a menial job or whatever, but not to them. That's success. So yes, right now, absolutely. Talk to me in a year, though.
I'll hold you to that. How do you deal with personal failures?
How do I deal with it? Oh, that's great. They are my greatest teacher. Amateur boxing is what I do on the side for fun. And I lost a fight, and you train really hard, and you leave, and you lost, and it's hard. And I remember being really devastated for like an hour, and then I realized, well, wait a minute, oh my God, this is the ingredient I need to get better. This is what I need. And I realized that. I went back in the gym the next day, and it was, I got something to fight for now. Then I fought again recently, and I won. So before we shot this, and I was like, there you go. I learned from it. Failure to me is the greatest ingredient. It's only a problem if you keep doing the same thing. What's the definition of crazy, right? If you keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result. Exactly. Well, that's like, come on. That's, Yeah.
You've mentioned the inspirational people that you've followed. The younger generation are going to see this film. They're going to see your past works. And
that'd be great. I hope so.
But how can they become inspirational themselves?
How can they become inspirational onto themselves?
To themselves or to others? Well,
be true to yourself and listen to what you want to do. Listen to your heart. That's inspiring. And then you can climb Mount Everest, in different ways. That's inspiring. And to do it. Like shooting this was Mount Everest to me. Very difficult, but worth it.
Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time here, Adam. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I can't wait to see Backcountry.
Me too. Me too. I've been watching it in my head for 3 years. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.